Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today, because today I thought I'd do a painting. It's just a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. Let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me show you what I've got done up here. I have my standard old 18 by 24 inch canvas, double prime, pre-stretched. Today I've covered it with a very thin coat of just black gesso. Just covered the entire canvas and allowed that to dry completely. On top of the black gesso, then we've put a little bit of liquid clear. Let me say that again, a little bit. It takes very, very small amount to make it work. While the clear is still wet, then we've added a little bit of color to it. And today I've chosen Prussian blue, a little bit of sap green, and a little bit of Van Dyke brown. Just covered the entire canvas, and that's still wet. So that'll allow us to do some fantastic things that I think you'll enjoy. I start off with we'll use a little fan brush. A little bit of titanium white, just load a little color right onto the brush. There we are. And let's go up here and let's just have some fun. This is a day you can just be crazy. Just spin things around, let them just dance and play and la la la. See, there you go. No big deal. Just enjoy, just enjoy. Just spin it, make all kind of little shapes and designs, whatever you want. There, just dance it in. Like so. Just very loose and free. Let it happen. Let it happen, because we don't care. We don't make mistakes, as you know. All we do is have happy accidents in our world. So the worst thing can happen here is wonderful. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oils are so forgiving that we really don't worry about mistakes. Maybe a little bit over in here too. What the heck? It's your world, so you decide. And you can decide how bright you want this or how dark. It doesn't matter. Any way that you want it. Any old way. There. Okay, let me grab an old 2-inch brush. There we go. Make sure it's good and dry. With the old 2-inch brush, I'm just going to take the corner of it and very gently just begin sort of winding this up. Just blending it a little bit. I don't want to lose all those little shapes, but we just sort of want to blend it together. How about like that? It's really about all we're looking for. We're just making a little background. It'll end up being far, far away. Turn it a little bit to one direction and then maybe a little bit to the other direction. It doesn't matter. There. This is, as I say, just going to be background material. I tell you what, I'm going to do a big forest today. I think I'll do that. And this will end up just being some shapes that are shining through the trees far, far away. Okay, and that's about all I want today. All right, let's have some fun already. We'll use that same brush, what the heck. We'll go into a little Prussian blue. Oh, pick up a little bit of black, maybe even a little brown. About like that. I'm gonna get some crimson too, I like it too. There, maybe a little more crimson. Now then. But notice we're just tapping one corner basically right into the paint. Let's go up in here. Now then, maybe there's some indications of some trees that live far, far away back here. We'll just use the old 2-inch brush and just begin tapping in some basic shapes. Oh, that's all we're looking for. Don't worry about a lot of detail here. We really don't care. All we're looking for is just basic shapes. Something about like so. There. Just sort of let it happen. All right. And over in here, we'll just drop it in. Now I'm going to add the least little bit of titanium white to my color, just so it stands out against the dark. You know, you need dark to show light and light to show dark. It's just like in life. You need a little sorrow in your life so you know when the good times happen. There. All right. I'm ready for a good time right now, though. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of the titanium white. This is just basically titanium white. And let's pick out a few little things that will separate and make them a little different. Like there's trees in front, some behind. It still looks bluish, but it has a little touch of titanium white in it. Just as a little separator. There, see? Looks like layers and layers and layers of little trees far away. There we go. And just by doing this, you can create many, many layers of trees we're going to have a forest, we need a lot of trees. Shoot, all my little friends have to have a little place to live out here. All right. Shoot, we about got this painting finished already. It's taken but just a second. And using these big old 2-inch brushes, you can cover some space very quickly. And you can do some detail that people will think that you've spent forever with a little one-haired brush. Just worked yourself to death. Shh, that's our secret. Let's take a little white, a little dark sienna. Put a little Van Dyke in there too. I'm darkening it more. That's better. Maybe a little roll of paint. Lives right on the edge of the knife. See there? So right out on the very tippy end of the knife. Then we can go up here and just here and there and there and here. I just want to put the indication that maybe there's a few little tree trunks that you can see. I don't want many, just a few. They sort of hide back in here, and that's really enough. And then very lightly, we can sort of blend those right into the painting. 3 hairs and some air, just barely touching. See, it sort of pushes them back, but it gives you the indication that maybe there's some tree trunks for those little trees back in there. Okay. Let's mix up some dark color. Let's take, all right, there we go. Good. We'll use Prussian blue, some midnight black, Van Dyke brown, what the heck, crimson and sap green. All your dark colors, just throw them in there. Really doesn't matter. We're looking for a dark color that has both blue and green in it. Other than that, no big deal. Let me wipe the old knife here. We just wipe the knife on a paper towel, keep it clean. Yeah, let me get a clean brush. That one's sort of dirty. I want this to be very dark. We use another 2-inch brush. Tap a little color right into the bristles. So you just give it a little push. Boop, 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 like that. All right, let's go right up in here. We have to start making some major decisions in our world. I want some big trees. I mean big, big trees. So, okay. I know this is scary. Jump up here in the middle of your painting and decide that there's going to be a big tree that lives right there. There he comes. Use the corner of the brush, just the corner. Just the corner, and let it go. La, 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 there you are. See? See, there you go, wherever. And all we're doing is putting in some dark background so our light color will show. We're going to come back, we're going to put some leaves on all these trees, some nice greenery. But we have to have the dark in order for the light to show. There. See there? There goes all your little trees you worked so hard for. But they're still there. We know they're back here. Shoot, that's working so good. Yeah, why not? I know. You say, Bob, you've done it this time. Maybe so. But just drop it in. Don't worry about it. As you know, we don't make any mistakes here. So we don't care about it. We really don't worry. You know, painting should be fun. It should be something that makes you just enjoy life. And one thing that painting will do for you, I get letters every day that attest to this. Painting will make you see nature. People write and they tell me there's been a tree living in my front yard for 20 years and I never saw it. Never saw it until I started painting. And I went out the other day and I made friends with the old tree in the yard. And I understand him now. I see color, I see shape. I see why he's so special in God's world. And painting can open these doors for you. If I keep a yak in here and a painting, we're not going to have anything left of our background trees. There. But as long as you have the practice of making them, that's really all that counts. Because if you can make one tree, you can make a million trees. Okay, now we got some dark color in there. Let's have some fun now. Yeah, there's a fan brush. It's got a little white on it. I'm gonna put brown, just Van Dyke brown on one side and white on the other. See, it's dark on one side, light on the other. Okay, now then, let's see our light's coming right through here and hitting all these trees. Keep our dark side over there, and we can make a tree trunk and make both sides at one time. Dark and light. A little more of the dark, a little more of the light. You decide where they live. There's another one. There's another one. Let's Go over on the other side here. Add a little touch of paint thinner to my brush. Thin the paint just a little so it'll slide off there easier. Over here, there's one. Just let it go. A little more color. We don't know. Sometimes you just see indications, little parts of something that are hiding way back in there. You decide later where they are and where they live. Well, we'll take this brush here. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just use it anyway. It's dirty. But if we go right into the yellow, since it has blue and black in it, it'll make a beautiful green color. See? That easy. Get a little yellow ochre. We'll add a little Indian yellow. And every so often, I'm going to touch a little of this bright red. I know. You say, why are you hitting red? Because red and green are opposites, and it will dull the green. All right. Push, though. You see that little ridge right there? We're trying to get one just like it on the end of the brush. See it? Beautiful close-up shot there. Gonna have to give Kathy a raise. There we are. Okay, let's go up in here. Now then, let's begin finding our individual trees. Just use the corner of the brush and begin picking them out. Just use the corner of the brush. Load a little more color. Don't be afraid to load some paint on your brush. There we go. Just drop them in. Think about basic shape, basic form, and off you go. Off you go. You should only be limited here by your imagination, because your imagination can take you to any world that you want to go to. And with a little practice, you can create any illusion that your heart desires, at least on a piece of canvas. There. I go home and try that and get in big trouble, but here I can do anything that I want. Any old thing. It's my world. Take a little sap green, add right in there. I'm going to put the least little bit of paint thinner on the brush. Remember our golden rule. A thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So I've thinned this just enough to make it a little bit thinner than what's up on the canvas. That's what we're looking for. Let's go up in here. And here comes this old rascal. There it is. There it is. See him? Just drop them in. But once again, I know you get tired of hearing it, but it's important. Think about shape and form. Don't just get carried away and drop them in. I know it gets feeling good, and you don't want to stop, and off you go. But take your time. Take your time. You have no time restraints hardly at home. You could just play and have a good time. There. See, I want it to get darker and less. That's a little quiet area back there. Okay, let's go over on the other side. That tree over here said he didn't want to be left out. He was talking to me. I'm not going to leave him out. We'll put a little bit of greenery on him too. Now we said our light was coming through, right through there. So add more over on this side than you do the other side. So it gives that impression of a brownness for the tree. There we go. Isn't that a neat way of making a lot of leaves on trees very easily? Now if the 2-inch brush intimidates you, and it does at first, when you first start painting, that's a big brush. It looks just like what you painted a barn with last week. If it intimidates you when you first start, use a 1-inch brush. It'll work just as well. It's just slower. Just takes a little longer. There, that's all. But either one of the brushes will work, and you can make just gorgeous foliage. It's really unbelievable what you can make with it. There. I'm going to add a little bit more paint and maybe, yeah. We'll put the indication of something right along in here that it just hangs right over this old tree. What the heck. We can have it anywhere we want it here. Maybe. I'm going to add more yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid white on my brush. I want to do 2 things. I want to thin the color, of course, to make it a little thinner, but I want to lighten it. I want to lighten it in value. All right. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe there's a happy little bush lives right here. See? There we go. Try to leave a dark area. See, there's a dark between these two. That dark is your separator. It's your best friend. Take care of it. Take care of it. I'm going to go a little heavier into the yellow ochre and maybe even a little more of the bright red. Let's put a little sparkler right in there. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Sometimes I get crazy and I give all these little bushes and trees names, and talk to them. That's okay. People look at you like you're a little strange, but painters are allowed to be a little different. We're sort of expected to be a little weird, and that's okay. Painters, I think, have more fun than most people, so it's all right. Life's too short not to enjoy it. There. All right, well, all these places and big trees. You know, my little squirrel would have a ball here. I showed a little bit of my little squirrel last time, and I want to show you again. I think we got a little bit of footage here. He's one of the cutest little devils you've ever seen. Little baby gray squirrel. And I've been raising him since he was, oh gosh, he was a tiny little rascal. Looked like a little rat when I first got him. But he's doing wonderful now. In fact, by the time you see this, he'll probably be living out in the yard with his namesake. We call this little squirrel Peapod Jr. And he'll probably be living out in the yard with him. Isn't that something? It's hard to get them to eat, as you can see. Little rascals or something else. There. I'm just putting in a few more little bushes while you're watching my little baby there. At this stage, he's probably about 45, 50 days old, maybe. And I'm guessing because when I got him, his eyes were already open. He'd fell out of a tree, and a very nice lady brought him to me and asked me if I would take care of him till he got big enough to release him. Yeah, you know me, I've got a soft place in my heart for these little rascals. I can't say no. I'd be like one of these bird ladies that I work with so often. I'd have a whole house full of animals if I could. All right. I didn't do anything while I was gone there that you don't know how to do. I just put in some more little bushes and trees. We need a little land back here. What am I going to take? We'll take some white, little Van Dyke, little dark sienna. We'll mix them together. Maybe I can put at least a little touch of crimson in there. Ooh, I like that. Don't overmix your color. Leave it sort of marbled. Cut off a little roll of paint. Let's go up in here. And maybe there's a little path. Got to have a place to walk in the woods here. Gosh, this is going to be such a beautiful little spot. I'd have to come out here and talk to Peapod, see how he's doing. Yeah, there. Because I'd worry about him. Even if he was out here in the tree having a good time, I'd worry about him. I'm like old mother hen with my animals. There. But see, that's still picking up that color. It's underneath, and it sort of bleeds through. Hope you can see that okay. There. Makes it look like a little path, but I want it to stay dark, because this is deep in the woods. This is one of them quiet, sneaky little places. There, not many people come here. Not too many people come here. This is where the little animals live. Let a little light just zing right down the path. Just enough. There. All right. All right. Let me go back to my bush brush, the brush I was making the bushes with. And let's come right along in here and just bring a few of them little rascals right out over the path. See, there they come. There they come. We'll have one right out through here. But do one bush at a time, just one little rascal at a time. A little more of the Indian yellow. Pop one in, right there. Just sort of decide where these things live in your world and put them in. There we are. Something like so. Yeah, then let's take our liner brush. We'll use a little brown, a little white, and I put paint thinner with it to make it very thin. Turn the brush. That brings it to a nice sharp point. And we'll go up in here, and here, and there, and there, and here. We'll just put the indication of a few little sticks and twigs and little things that we need in there just to hold the bushes up. Put them mostly in the dark areas, though. That's where you'd see them. A few over on this side. Don't want them left out. There we are. You decide. Maybe here's one that's quite dark because it's got a lighter background, so it'll show up. You have to make those big decisions. speaking of big decisions, we got a minute left here. Okay, you ready? If you've painted with me before, you know what's coming, don't you? We got a minute or so left here. I wanna, yeah. Okay, you ready? This is your bravery test big time. Right here is a big tree. I mean a big tree. This is your bravery test. Let's give him a little friend that lives right along in here. Just let it come right on down, like so. I'm using mostly just black, midnight black. There. See, quite a bit of paint on there. There we are. Boy, that is two monster trees. But that's what makes it fun. Be brave. Take a chance. I get letters sometimes from people and they say, why'd you put that big tree in there? I liked it so much better. When you paint yours, leave out the old big tree if you don't want it. I just want to show you as many things as I can show you in the time that we have here. Just to get you excited about it and turn you loose on the world. There, let's take a little white, a little Prussian blue, a little black. Mix them together, but I want to leave them marbled. Little roll of paint. Now, barely touching, just like you're putting snow on the mountain. Just let it zip right on down the side of this tree. But just barely touch it, barely touch. Don't get greedy. I know it gets good. You want to do it too much. There. A little bit on this one so he's not left out. Just a big old tree. A little bit of black and put right there so we can determine that this big tree maybe is in the front of the little one. That's the way them big guys are, isn't it? Always want to be out in the front. There. And you can just sort of play the black and the light color back and forth. Now, if you let this paint build up, when this is dry, it will actually feel like real bark. I'm going to take a paint thinner on the liner brush. There we are. I want to make some very thin paint. And we'll just draw a limb or two on here. Now this old tree is so big, maybe all of its greenery is way up high. But down here, there's a couple of old dead limbs that are still hanging around. There they are. See them? Just to add paint thinner. If you have trouble making it flow, just add a little bit more of the paint thinner. Hey, here's one. Here's one. It's coming from we don't know where. We don't even know. Don't care. We just know it's up here somewhere. Just coming down, and here comes one. It goes behind that one. There. Wherever. Oops, there's one that broke off, see? And you have those in nature. Absolutely have them. We can take a little bit of our light color, and we can add just the indication of a little highlight right up in there like that. Shoot. We can just here and there add a stick or a twig. A couple over here. Back to my little bush brush. I'm going to put just an indication of some little bushes that are growing up around his foot. Something about like that. It pushes it back into the painting. And then let's take a little bit of the bright red, a little paint thinner, and I think we'll sign this little painting. Really hope you've enjoyed this. It's a very simple little painting. It'll teach you how to use all the equipment, and most important, it'll bring a lot of joy to your heart. If you have time, after you paint, take a little picture and send us. We'd love to see it here. And every so often we put them together on a board, and we like to show you what everybody's doing around the country. From all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. God bless, my friend.